Guys, today we're going to be making my family favorite egg curry. Not something you see in many restaurants, but every Indian family has their own version of this dish. This is my family's version. It's outstanding. Make sure you try this one. Ingredients are in the descriptions below, but just very quickly, we've got some red bell pepper, some onion, some coriander, some ginger, some garlic, some lemon, some spices, some yogurt, some tomato puree, and 2 boiled eggs. Right, let's get straight into it. Right, let's start off with our boiled eggs. These are set in cold water. They're already pre-boiled. I'm just going to show you a little trick when peeling. So whenever you're peeling your eggs, always break the shells in while they're still in the water, right? And what tends to happen is the water will seep underneath the eggshell, right? So now that water seeped underneath the eggshell and it'll just make it 10 times easier to peel. There you go. So it just makes it 10 times easier to peel, basically. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my eggs is I'm just going to very, very gently, just going to get my knife and I'm just going to make little slits into the white of the egg. You don't want to go too deep because you don't want to cut into that yolk. Right, so my eggs have got their slits in them and I'm just going to go straight in with some turmeric, some salt, with a touch of olive oil, and then we're just going to roll the eggs around. Right, you can see those little slits there just picking up that marinade. We haven't even finished marinating them yet, but you just see all of the spice just penetrating inside those little cuts that we've made. Okay, that's perfect. I'm going to leave that to one side. Right, I've got a dry pan here coming up to heat. I'm going to go in with some coriander seeds. Really small quantities here, as like I said, it's only for me, only 2 eggs, 2 cinnamon sticks, some cumin seeds, 2 cardamon pods, some fennel seeds, and some chili flakes. And I'm just going to let these toast up and just give them a second. And as these toast, the flavors will just enhance the flavors, and then I'm going to grind them up and put them into my curry paste. Perfect. These have got a nice toast on them now, so I'm just going to take them off the heat. Right, guys, these are going to go on my spice grinder, and this thing's a bit ancient. I've just pulled it out of the cupboard, but you know, since I've been using my pestle and mortar more, it's kind of like reminded me of all these old things that we used to use back in the day, like my mum's, when I used to help my mum cook in the kitchen when I was a kid. And this just enhances flavour. This is how you should be doing it. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. So you can see all my spices are on my little spice stone, and you just go straight on, and this is just gonna break up all those spices. Just gonna roll it back and forth, back and forth. Right, my spices are ground, and these are ready to go into my pestle and mortar, and I'm gonna start making my curry paste. Right, I'm going to go straight in with my spices. I've got some garlic, I've got some ginger, and we're just going to go straight in with a good pounding. Right guys, when you get to about this level, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but when you get to about that stage, you can start to add your other ingredients. I am going to go in with my chopped onions, red bell peppers along with my onions, and just give these a good bash. At this stage, I'm going to add some salt just to help me grind. Right guys, we're halfway through the process. That's how it's looking. We're about 3 or 4 minutes in. I'm going to keep pounding this down until we get a nice paste. Okay, we're looking good. I'm going to add my curry powder and a touch of lemon juice. Okay, my curry paste is looking really good now, and I'm ready for the next 2 ingredients. Okay, we're going to go in with a teaspoon of tomato puree and a teaspoon of yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. Just stir that in. Okay, my curry paste is done. I'm just going to set that aside for 1 second, and we're going to carry on with our eggs. Right, my eggs are nicely marinated. I'm just going to take them out of the board, and I'm just going to slice them in half just to expose that yolk. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add a bit of turmeric to the yolk side, as well as a bit of salt, and then we're just going to go in with a touch of olive oil, and very carefully we're going to take our eggs and we're just going to go yolk side down. See, you've got to be careful here because that one nearly slipped out, and we just want to create a bit of a char on the yolk side. So some people will leave the eggs whole and they won't cut into them. I don't like that. I think if you expose that yolk, get a nice char on it, it just enhances the flavour so much. Right, let's give these a flip, see how they're doing. Look at that, outstanding. Okay, let's remove our eggs from the pan, back onto our board. Same pan, nice and hot, and then we go in with our curry paste. And we're just going to let this curry paste cook out. Right now you've got raw garlic, raw onion, raw ginger, and a lot of spice in there, so it's very rich, right? So we just want to let that cook out. And just so you know, the aroma in here, oh, outstanding. As soon as that hits the heat, just beautiful. And I love the addition of red pepper in the paste. It's not like traditional, but I love it. Just sweetens it up. Okay, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes and we've reduced this right down, and this is super concentrated now, packed for the flavor. Beautiful. Right, another 30 seconds and we're going to go ahead and add some water. Okay, we're going to go in with a touch of cold water, just a little bit. There we go. And give it a good stir and get all those flavors kind of amalgamated into that water. And while that's just finishing off cooking, I'm going to slice up some fresh coriander. Just go in with our fresh coriander. Okay, this is ready. I'm taking this off the heat and we're ready to plate up. Right, this looks outstanding. Just going to go straight into our bowl and we're just going to top it off with our beautiful eggs. Wonderful. And then just finish off with a tiny garnish of fresh coriander. And there you have it, my perfect spicy egg curry, family favorite. Guys, I'm going to give this the official taste test. Before I do, I'd just like to say if you're enjoying our content, please give us a thumbs up, leave your comments below and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. That really helps us. Anyway, let's get stuck in. I'm going to try some of this curry. The key to mastering a curry is to keep it well balanced. This is perfectly balanced. You've got the unctuousness of that yolk, you've got the turmeric, you've got the garlic, the ginger, the sweetness from those peppers. This is an outstanding dish. Follow this recipe step by step. Guys, this isn't just delicious, it's absolutely effing delicious. Really good.